Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ella Liu. I am professional real estate agent with Keller Williams Silicon City. Today, I would like to share with you some basic but very important information about the newly passed law, the Tenant Protection Act, TPA. So I'm separating this topic into two sessions. This is the first one. Before I start, I will have to claim that I'm not a lawyer at all. So everything I'm talking today is for sharing information purpose only. And the content can be referred to the website from CARS, which is California Association of Realtors. I will list the reference link below in the description box. So, okay, let's start. First of all, let's talk about what the TPA is. So TPA, as I mentioned, it's a Tenant Protection Act, also known as AB 1482. AB stands for Assembly Bill. We sometimes call it rental control as well. So there are two parts in this law. The first part is statewide rent cap law. The second one is just cause eviction law. So let's talk about the part one, rent cap law. What is rent cap law? So it effectively starts from January 1st, 2020, throughout all of the California. The law establishes a maximum amount of money an owner may increase a residential tenant's rent in a 12-month period. And the cap number is maximum 5% plus inflation, but not to extend 10%. So this is the law. And but the initial rent charged a new tenant is not subject to this law. So let's say, for example, if you rent your house to a new tenant and the first year of the lease is not subject to this law, but from the second year, it is subject to this law. So please pay attention that there are some exemptions. We have to talk about it. These exemptions may affect you not only as a tenant or as a landlord. So what is the exemption from this rent cap law? First of all, any house which is newer than 15 years old. For example, if your house has been built in 2015, which is 5 years old house, and your house is exempt from this law. The second is a duplex. You know, a duplex has 2 units, but if the owner lives in one of the units from the beginning and throughout the tenancy, this property is qualified for this exemption. Number 3 is single family home property, including condominiums, as long as the owner is first, not a corporation. Second, not an LLC with at least one owner whose corporation. So number 3 is not real estate investment trust. We call REIT. In other words, so any ownership of a property by individuals, by partners, by individual co-owners, by living trust, or by LLC with no corporate owners are all qualified for this exemption. Please pay attention on this sentence in the yellow. As an owner, you have a responsibility, obligation to deliver legally required notice of this exemption to your tenant. Otherwise, you might lose your exemptions. So there are 2 forms. I will talk about in what those forms are in session 2. So this is the end of session 1. I talked about the first part of TPA, which is rent cap law. I will continuously talk about second part, the just cause eviction law in the session 2. So if you are a landlord, I strongly recommend you to consult a professional real estate lawyer before attempting to raise the rent or evict your tenant. If you don't have any lawyer on hand, please contact me. Or if you need more official reference material, please call, text, or email me as well. Otherwise, I will talk to you in next session. Bye.